If you don't want
Actually, it's already open.
My bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. というわけで、皆さんどうもこんななほし。あなたの心に猫パンチ、ガンガンガールズ所属 e スポーツキャスター VTuber のナナホシナナです。And would you introduce yourself to my listeners? 自己紹介お願いします。
Yes, my name is GranTODAKAI. I am a Street Fighter 6 international competitor from Panama who is trying to compete and qualify in the EWC circuit and the Capcom Pro 2 circuit at the moment in this year. はじめまして皆さん、私の名前はGranTODAKAIです。俺は6の選手です。今年は、毎日と、CC と EWC と試したいと大会を選手思います。ありがとうございました。どうぞよろしく。
Wonderful. 完璧。
まあまあだね。
Really? Do I need to be a translator today?
Sometimes I feel I forget words. Sometimes I feel I forget words, so I have to practice more.
Actually, it was perfect. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, let me explain about this today's stream. じゃあちょっと今日の配信についてリスナーの皆さんに説明をさせていただこうと思います。皆さんご存知の通り、七星のお友達のTODAKAI選手です。というわけで今日はですね、対談という形で、そう、ストロークも日本語も上手いTODAKAI選手をお呼びして、みんなから事前に、X の方で集めさせていただいた質問について、ちょっといろいろ聞いてみたりとか、いろいろ、まあなんかこのね、配信中に出てきた疑問とかもいろいろ聞いていきたいと思います。で、今日は、一応私が先に日本語で喋って、その後に、まあ日本語先、その後英語で喋るみたいな感じで、なるべくみんなにもわかりやすく、配信ができたらなと思っておりますので、どうぞよろしくお願いします。OK。説明が終わりました。I explained.
Yeah, I was able to listen to everything.
OK. So, どうしようかな。How should I start?Do you want to talk a bit?
Honestly,
first?
if you want to have some questions on your own before you jump into the listeners' questions, that's also fine by me.
Okay.
Any of the two, actually.
Okay. じゃあまずリスナーからの質問より前に七星から質問があったら聞いてもいいよっていうことなので、ちょっと七星から聞こうと思うんですけど、一つ大きな質問があります。I have one big question.
Okay.
どうやって私の配信を見つけたんですか？ How did you find my streaming?
I think most of the Japanese streams started to appear on my recommended page because I was like, I wanted to see like the difference between the culture of American VTubers and Japanese VTubers because I think before I started like looking for Street Fighter VTubers in general, I only had like one friend that was a Japanese VTuber that knew a little bit of English. She doesn't play Street Fighter anymore. Her name is Mofumeko, and she plays more like shooters. And we just like people who hang around. Like she hang around my stream, I hang around her stream. But after Capcom Cup, I saw that there was a lot of larger public for Japanese VTubers that like Street Fighter 6, that play Street Fighter 6. So I was just like trying to, I don't know, explore because I also wanted to practice my own Japanese in the chat. And yeah, I was moving around and just getting to know people. My bad, I lied. It's not only Mofumeko. I was also friends with Eruko before I went to Capcom Cup for a long time.
Eruko who plays Blanca, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
because,
she's my friend too.
Yeah, she's a Nemo student, so I was always like around her stream, watching her, trying to give advice whenever I could because you know, my Japanese back then was not as good as now. Because I need to learn about how people express themselves about the game. But in the end, it was like, it was always fun to be around Elko and Mofumeko's stream. Both of them were really good friends. Are still really good friends.
Thank you. So let me translate. なんか初めは七星のことはおすすめから見つけてくれたらしいんですけど、結構その日本の VTuber 文化と 他の国の VTuber 文化とかの違いとかも結構気になってチェックしてくれたらしくって、でもともとはもふめこさん、もふめこ is that right accent?
いや、もふめこ。
もふめこさんとか、あと七星の友達でもあるエルコちゃんとかとお友達というか、エルコネモさんの弟子なので、なんかそういう配信を見ていろいろコメントをしたりとか、今ほど日本語はうまくなかったけどそうやってチェックしたりとかしてくれてたみたいです。で、なんかカプコンカップの後にその日本人の VTuber でストローク好きな人意外といるやんっていうのに気づいて、こういろいろチェックするようになってくれて、その中で七星も見つけてくれたということで Thank you for finding me.
Anytime. I mean, I'm glad I did.
Thank you. 見つけてくれてありがとうという話を今しましたけれども、そういうリスナーのみんなも結構分かってますね。My listeners do understand what you said in English. They're translating their things.
Okay.
素晴らしい。ありがとうございます。で、いろんなところでね、こうアドバイスのコメントをしてると思うんですけど、Do you usually do comments in Japanese?
For like advice in the game or in general? I try my best to like give what I think in Japanese on the chat, because obviously I can only use hiragana for now. I need to get better at kanji or at katakana. It seems I get the message across most of the time. But definitely when talking about really specific scenarios about the game, I ask if I can call a few on Discord. For example, I think I called Mikami-kan on Discord because she wanted to prepare against Marisa. I tried giving them some advice and technology that I myself know against Marisa that I think not many people in the world knew about. But it was tough because sometimes I forget I'm teaching someone who is a beginner, right? Shoshinsha.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel maybe I don't want to make their brain explode. So sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm giving the right advice or not. I just try my best to help people in general. In the case of like, do I always give advice in Japanese? Not all the time. If they know a little bit of English, I hope they understand what I'm writing in English. And if not, I ask like, is there anyone in the chat that speak English? I literally type in the chat like, 英語喋る人はいるですか? And I'm like, please help me because I think I can help them.
Thank you. だけどコメント結構日本語で打つのかなっていう風に聞いたんですけど、日本語でね説明できるときは日本語で説明してくれたりとか、ただ結構ゲームの細かいところ説明するのは日本語だと難しいとか、ひらがなメインにコメントすることになるからちょっと長いの打つの難しいみたいな、そんな感じでもしリスナーさんの中とか本人とかで英語わかる人がいたら、その細かいところに関しては英語でアドバイスをする時もあるし、三上こんちゃんとかの時はマリーザについての対策かなを教える時は電話かけてっていうか、ディスカウドでね通話つないで教えたりとか、そういうこともあるということです。Thank you.
No problem.
そうね、専門用語が There's many technical words, you know. But
like for example,
it
would like for example when I was at the reject room at Capcom Cup, I had Ryusei told me what gamenhashi meant, because I didn't knew that's like how people refer to like pressure in the corner, right? So there's definitely a lot of words I probably still don't know about the game in Japanese.
そのカプコンカップの時に流星さんから画面端っていう言葉を教えてもらったっていう風におっしゃってるんだけど、専門用語というかいわゆる格ゲーの言葉格ゲーでしか使わない言葉結構ね覚えるの難しかったりしますよね。七星も勉強中です。 I'm still studying about the technical words, how to translate Japanese to English.
I think the best thing to do is like when you listen to actual like foreigner English tournament commentating, because they use the most general words that we can try so people don't get confused, because I think the only fighting game in English that uses like the actual techniques or special moves' name is Tekken.
なるほど。だから勉強するときは公式の配信、大会の公式の配信の英語のコメンタリーとか見たら勉強にすごいなるし、どうやって説明したら分かりやすいかっていうのが その共通の言葉としてもう成り立ってるのがあるからすごい分かりやすいよっていう話でした。Yeah. Actually, I found one website which introduces the it was like a thesaurus of Japanese words and English words of fighting games words, like how to say 玉抜け going through a fireball, and I know most of international players call Hadouken and other things as all of them are fireball, right? Tama is fireball.
Yeah, they call all them fireball because
fireball.
It's more generic, yes.
そうなんであるんですよ、実はウェブサイトでそのなんか辞書みたいなやつで日本語の格ゲー用語と英語の格ゲー用語をこうセットにして覚えさせてくれるやつとかもあるんですけど、そことかでね、七星も玉抜けっていう単語going through a fireball とか言ったりするんですけどそうなんか玉のこと全部波動拳とかいろいろまとめてファイアボールって言うよねみたいな話もしました。ジュリの玉もファイアボールなのかな？ Is that Jury's 再発祥 is fireball too?
Yeah, because it's a projectile. Either projectile or fireball, yeah.
へえ、そうなんだ。もう正式名称で呼ぶか、もうファイアボールってその玉っていう風にまとめて言うかだそうです。そうでも結構その一単語だけでも分かってたらそのねコメンタリー実況解説コメンタリーは実況解説って意味なんですけど、海外大会の公式実況解説とか見てたら結構ね聞き取れておって思ったりします。うん。Okay, thank you. So, shall we move on to my listener's question?
Yeah, of course.
じゃあリスナーの皆さんからの質問の方に移っていきたいと思います。Let me check my X. I have so many replies. I got so many replies about the question, so please be prepared.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and I haven't sorted theなんて言ったらいいんだろうな。How do I say? I didn't make I didn't grouped those questions like near contents or same contents. So maybe I will ask same or near questions, but if you notice that, please ask me.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure.
はい。というわけで、どれから聞こうかな。What question should I pick? じゃあ、上から聞いていきます。Let me read Japanese first. じゃあ、質問を先に読み上げさせてもらいます。カプコンカップで伝統ある国技館での勇姿を拝見でき嬉しいです。今回お尋ねしたいのは普段の練習環境についてです。配信でランクマ等をされているのは見かけるのですが、パナマでの練習はどうされているのでしょうか？オフですることが多いのか、練習パートナーといらっしゃるのかお尋ねしたいです。Let me translate. So, and I'm happy that I saw you on the Capcom Cup at 国技館 and I have one question about your practice environment. How do you practice? Like I see you playing rank match on your streaming, but how do you usually practice Street Fighter 6 in Panama? Like, do you play like offline match or do you have any partner that you train together? Oh, maybe you're muted. You're muted on Discord? I can't hear
My bad,
you.
my microphone
Okay.
muted.
Okay.
So, yeah, surprisingly, no. I don't have a consistent partner for training. If anything, my consistent partner for training are always in the US or in another country. Because in Panama, we have strong players that are always taking like the top of the world warriors, but they don't travel. They don't aspire for more, not because they don't want to, it's because they have other priorities. Like most people here are either in college, they have families to attend. They just have priorities at the end of the day. So it's not their fault that they don't want to aspire for more. It's just they're busy here. But for like when we talk about how do I train, basically I try to communicate with as much as people I know from the US and the Chilean fighting game scene. Like for example, when I was practicing for Capcom Cup, I did not practice while I was in Panama. I actually went to Crime's house for a month, and I practiced there with him every single day. And in reality, it was the fact that I beat Noah thanks to Crime, because Crime said, I'm gonna pick Luke. I'm gonna imitate Noah, and I'm gonna beat you so bad you shouldn't lose to him anymore. That kid is evil, but he's very, very talented. Like, it was thanks to him that I think I was at my strongest at Capcom Cup. Like, at the end of the day, you need to practice with strong players to overcome your limits, because if I just practice rank, I'm not really overcoming my limits, because in Central America, you could say I'm basically the strongest player when I'm at my best, right? Sometimes I'm not at my best because, like I said, I don't have a consistent offline practice partner. So sometimes motivation can be a thing on the downside. But thanks to my friends overseas, I'm always like at my best mentally, who are trying to set me in the right direction, so I perform my best. But when I'm at home, my best training method is like watch Kakaru, Ryusei, Banana Can, other JP players to see what I can take from them and innovate. And also, the way I see rank is not about the points or about winning. It's more about I test what I'm trying to learn from other JPs, and I test them in rank. And another thing, it could be that I am in training mode a lot. You could say I'm the opposite of Noah. Noah doesn't use training mode. I live in training mode. Yes, Noah doesn't use training mode. In my case, I live in training mode. I use training mode all the time. Every time I see something new that Kakaru, Ryusei, Banana Can, or any other new JP is doing, and I want to use it for myself, I tested it for hours in training mode. But that's pretty much about it. And I also watch replays. It's just that I feel that in my case, I need to watch replays with someone else, because I sometimes feel I missed something very important. So watching replays by myself is very hard, but I still do it though.
So you watched your replay together with someone?
Yes, for example, last time I watched replays with my friend Dr. African, who is like, he works at Hitbox, and he's the one who communicates with me on that sponsorship.
Okay.
And sometimes I watch them with like who else was I watching them with? John Angel watched some of my replays. He's a JP player from Germany who gave me some advice. And I think last time I watched one of my replays with someone was with Crossover from the DR, Dominican Republic. So yeah, I try to like have multiple opinions gathering for me, so I can do something to get better about it.
Thank you. Let me translate. Wow, it's a bit long. Okay.
Sorry.
I'll try my best. If you notice
okay.
my mistake, please notice me. Please tell me.
You can ask also if you want.
Yeah, okay, thank you. まず、練習環境について、質問に関してはその練習環境、普段の練習環境についてで、配信のランクこれいいのか、質問は読んだから。で、お家でどういう練習してるかとか、オフラインでの練習はどういうことをしてるかみたいな感じの質問だったんですけど、まず、練習パートナーみたいなものはないと。で、大体、一緒にこう対戦とかしようと思ったら、アメリカとか他の国の選手たちと一緒に対戦することが多いみたいです。で、同じ国にももちろん強豪の選手はいるけど、その大学にいたりとか家族がいたりとかすごい忙しくて、その海外大会に行ったり一緒にみたいなこともあんまりないっていう風に聞いてます。で、Is that Clymore is a name of place?
Wait, what do you mean, like the weather in Panama? What?
No. Clymore?
Cryme.
Cryme.
Like, I think Japanese pronunciation would be Kuraime.
Cryme?
So Cryme.
Cryme. Is that name
the
of the
little
player?
Chilean kid that just got 5th place at CEO? Yeah, I stayed at his place. I stayed at Chile. Yeah, I stayed at his home at Chile for an entire month before Capcom Cup.
Okay, thank you. カプコンカップに出ていい成績を残したクライメ選手とか、他にノア選手とかと一緒に練習をしたっていうのもカプコンカップの前にはあったけど、You imitated them, right? As Luke.
He played Luke. Obviously,
he.
he played all of his characters against me. But he said, "I am gonna learn Luke, so I get you ready to beat Noah." That was exactly what he said.
OK。なんかいろんなキャラを使えるノア選手で、なんかいろんなキャラで練習したけど、そのルークのことを勉強したいとかって言ってて、まあ何で出るか分かったなみたいな話もしてくれました。で、ランクでは自分の限界に到達するっていうのは結構難しくて、ランクマッチだけでは。で、そういうのは練習は難しいから、家にいる時にはかける選手とか流星選手をはじめとしたたくさんのJP プレイヤーの配信を見て勉強したり、例えばノア選手とかはあんまりトレーニングモードにはこもったりとかしないタイプだけど、結構戦いは、トレーニングモードにこもるタイプでいろいろ練習をしたりするみたいです。で、あとは、リプレイは一人で見るといろいろ見落としがあったりとか気づけないこともあったりするかもしれないから、なるべくいろんな視点の意見をもらえるようにいろんな国の強豪と一緒に見て勉強をするとも言ってます。はい。Thank you で、OK. So that was the first question. Wow.
Okay.
So there's around 15 questions like this.
That's fine. I don't mind.
じゃあそんな感じでいろいろ質問をまた聞いていこうと思うんですが、Next question. 次の質問です。発表された次のシーズンの新キャラで気になるキャラはいますか？ Do you have any new characters that will come in next year in Street Fighter 6 that do what kind of character or which character did you interested? Did you get
or
interested?
Like when you say new next year, you say this season that was revealed already, or if there's a character I would like them to add in the next year.
What do you think about the character will add? Like Crimson Viper and Sagat and
Give me 1 second.
OK ちょっとだけお待ちください。そうね、イヤー3についてって聞いたらよかった。何かが起きています。
Okay, so basically, could you repeat that again because I had something happen here.
Yeah, okay. I can see. Is the light is fine? Is the
Yeah,
light
it's fine. You can go ahead.
はい、電気大丈夫だそうです。So, what do you think about the ES3's new characters like Crimson Viper, Sagat, Alex, and who was that?
Sagat?
Ingrid?
Sagat?
Those
Sagat, I
in the
enjoy him. Sagat, I enjoy him a lot. But to me, like the most fun Sagat has ever been is Street Fighter 4. Because that's the fighting game I started with. Sagat in 5, I think he was too simple. Very, very simple. And Viper, I'm very interested how they rework her because she only appeared in 4. She only appeared in Street Fighter 4. She was not in 5. Ingrid, I know she's from Alpha 3, but that's all I know about her. Alex, nightmares are coming back. I don't want to fight that character.
Okay. サガットに関しては結構興味のある感じで、You started playing Street Fighter from Street Fighter 4, right?
Yes, when I was 14 years old. Yeah.
Okay. 14歳の時にスト4から格ゲーを始めたストリートファイターシリーズをやり始めたっていうことなんだけど、アレックスだけみんな分かるのが早いね。サガットはね、そういうこともあってすごい興味深いっていう感じで、バイパーはスト5にはいなかったのかな？4にはいたけど5にいなかったからどんな感じになるかなっていうのが楽しみで、イングリッドについてはどの作品に出てたかっていうのしか知らなくて、でアレックスはもう戦いたくないそうです。So why actually the Street Fighter 6 is my first fighting game that I play mainly, so I completely don't know about Alex. Would you explain why you don't like them? You don't like him?
So I touched this topic before with some players at events. Is the fact that I think that many players from Japan are not used to the fact that outside of top international players or those who travel, they're not used to the fact that the styles of character usage varies from countries and regions, right?
Yeah.
So for example, I feel that Japan is very strong because they focus on something that it would be the basics, right? The fundamental base of how you play fighting games. It's always about the basics in Japan. But in other regions, you could say that players are more wild or like aggressive than in Japan. So, for example, if you go to Brazil, they have a very, very aggressive style. That's when in the US they have this joke about the Brazilian Ken because he's like very aggressive. You don't know when they're gonna like do OD Shoryuken or anything like that. So it's very unpredictable. So when it came to Alex in general, both in the US and Latin America, I was just like, these guys are just wild. They're as you say, like abare when people like mash kopan a lot. I'm like, yeah, Alex players are just very, very wild and aggressive. It's very unpredictable.
Okay, thank you. というわけで、日本とか海外では結構その戦い方の種類というかその傾向に差があるっていう話を今してくれたんだけど、日本だと結構その基本に忠実なそのベースにのっとってこう緻密に組み立てられた戦いというかそういうことをやっぱ日本の選手はしててすごく強いと思うんだけど、海外とか特定の国では結構そのワイルドな戦い方、アグレッシブですごいこう前にみたいな戦い方をする国が多くて、例にブラジルとかも挙げてくれたんですけども、その特にアメリカとかラテンアメリカ、中米かなとかでこう以前戦ってるアレックスと対戦した時はもう本当にもう野生的でもうめちゃめちゃ大変ででも本当に何をやってくるか予測できないところとかが本当に多分 So you got exhausted when you fight with them. Though
yeah, I get very exhausted so much that I had to start developing like many more countermeasures against Alex. Like for example, like to give a really good example of this, it's like I had too many Alex players who would just abuse stump because Alex has like a stump where he's plus and block, and I played Urian, and I had to find something to deal with it, and then I find out that Urian's headbutt, the normal version of headbutt, just always beat it head stomp. It didn't matter what Alex did, every single head stomp just lost to Urian's headbutt.
Okay. なんかユリアンを使ってたみたいなんですけど、ヘッドバットの技を出した時にいつもそのアレックスのヘッドストンプに全然勝てなくて、で何をしたらいいかめちゃめちゃ考えないといけなくてとか、なんかそういうので本当に大変だったからもう対戦するのにめちゃめちゃ疲れたそうです。以前ねイベントでもそういう話を他の海外選手ともしたみたいだけど、やっぱ大変なんだね。いや、OK, thank you. Yeah.Many Japanese competitors also says, and my listeners also, they says they don't want to fight with Alex, or some of them says they want to use Alex.
Yeah, I don't want to play them.
Okay.
I don't want to play Alex players. I really don't. I feel it's very complicated.
戦いたくないって。Okay, thank you. なんかそれに似た質問があったんですけど、ちょっと待ってくださいね。
Oh,
the question was in English, so let me read the English question first, then translate it into Japanese.
Okay.
英語の質問もらったんで、英語で質問読んでから日本語に翻訳したいと思います。I heard that players from different countries prefer different play styles, such as American players preferring rush down, while Japanese players prefer playing more technical. Have you experienced this when competing, and if so, has that changed how you approach matches? So let me translate. その国ごとによってだいぶプレイスタイルが違う。例えばアメリカの選手はすごいなんかラッシュでこう詰めてきたりとか、日本の選手はなんかもっとテクニカルに緻密に戦ったりとかっていうのを聞いたことがあるんですけど、なんかこういうのはこういう経験ありますかとか、なんかこういう経験した時にどういう風に戦い方変えたとかっていうのはありますか？なんか戦い方変える経験とかはありましたか？みたいな質問です。Okay.
So like so where you're basically asking like how when I see how other competitors approach the game, does that change how I do it?
Maybe. So how did you like what? どう対処したか？ How did you let me Google. how did you deal with them? There should be some differences between your friends and players from other countries, even if they're using same character, right? So how did you deal with the differences?
If I know I'm fighting them, I obviously would need to watch the replays because I need if let's say I get invited to an exhibition like Red Bull Kumite, or I know they're in my Capcom Cup group, I need to seek them out. I need to have information about them. I need to investigate them, right? Because that's something that pro players do all the time. They will investigate you. Like for example, if you get top 8 at World Warriors Finals or something else, you will get investigated by the other players who are also competing in that. When it comes to like if I don't know them, the game itself has scenarios that they will be consistent. Like for example, if I'm fighting JP against JP, something that will happen no matter what is the fact that they will have portal, I will have portal. One of us has to like perfect parry or Jaspa, the Traglap, the spike. Because if you don't do it, then you're most likely are gonna lose the mirror match. It's about understanding your character, understanding consistent situations, and like make the most out of it. Like, and also understand responses from players. For example, like if I know I'm beating a JP in the zoning or the fireball warfare, there's most likely they're gonna jump. So let's say if I rush with the portal up and I just wait and I catch them jumping while still I'm doing drive rush, I hit crouch fears, like crouching heavy punch while I'm still in drive rush, I can blow up the portal, I can make him explode, and I get a full combo of that interaction. So it's like what scenarios are gonna happen no matter who the player is in front of you. Like for example, like I just said it, like if I'm fighting JP against JP, we're both gonna be full screen away, we're both gonna try to set up a portal all the time, and we're both gonna be using Triglob to bait perfect parry or damage. So at the end of the day, it's about observing, being better at mind games, and make the most out of those consistent scenarios because they're gonna happen a lot. No matter which player is behind the controller, those situations are gonna happen.
Thank you. まず大会の時、カプコンカップとかのグループでも対戦相手が分かってる時とか、レッドブル組手とか、だからそういう時は対戦相手がもう分かってるから、もう本当にリプレイを見るっていうのは多分どの選手も大事にしてることだと思うっていうお話をしてくれました。で、もし相手知らなかったら、急に戦った相手でなんか全然こうどうしようかなみたいな感じになった時は、そのゲーム自体、そのマッチ自体というか、ラウンド自体にはその思い描いてるシナリオがあって、こういう風に戦いたいだろうなとか、自分はこうしたいとか相手はこうしたいだろうなっていうのが、例えば JP だったらどっちもなんだ、設置する技を忘れましたけどWhat was the name of the making with snapping? なんだっけ?
I think the name of that technique is just portal. Portal?
A portal?
Yeah,
okay,
the one that JP snaps his fingers. The portal?
Yeah. A portal. Oh, thank you. I couldn't hear the word portal. Thank you. なんかポータルを設置し、例えば JP 同士だったらどっちもこうポータルを設置したいだろうなとか、こうトリグラフを生やしてこうジャスパ狙ってとか、なんかそういうの分かるから、いかにそのマインドゲームで相手に勝つか、自分が各シナリオでこう相手をこう圧倒できるかみたいなところに着目してくれているみたいです。着目してくれているみたいですが、着目しているみたいです。Thank you. では There's one more near question. 似てる質問がMy Japanese suddenly grasping.
Interchanging languages is tough.
ちょっと通訳結構頭使うの大変で、日本語も英語もグダグダになってるんですけど、皆さんちょっとなんとなく理解してくれたらいいと思います。ビーハトそうありがとうございます。 Thank you. So この人は日本語と英語で質問してくれてるのでどっちも読み上げようと思います。So one of my listeners sent me one question with both Japanese and English, so I'm gonna just read it.
Okay.
Okay, so じゃあまず日本語から。 日本のプロ選手は他の国の選手とキャラの評価が違うことがよくあると私は感じています。それは日本人のマインドとして極力リスクを負わない戦い方が好まれる傾向に基づくものだと思います。キャラの評価において戸選手は、攻めと守りのどちらをより重視しますか？ So let me read the English one. I often feel that Japanese pro players tend to evaluate characters differently compared to players from other countries.I believe this stems from the Japanese mindset that generally favors a playstyle that minimizes risk as much as possible. So when it comes to character evaluation, does Todakai place more importance on offense or defense?
I try to mimic the Japanese playstyle because it's the one I like the most, where you minimize the risk all the time. And many players do look at it differently. For example, players from Latin America definitely are believers of like, oh, you have to take the risk. You have to take the risk all the time. A lot of players in the North American region also say that you have to take the risk.So fighting games are kind of about a communication, a conversation. At the end of the day, fighting games are a conversation. I am a believer of that. And if I put something on the table, I feel that my opponent should respond to it or think about it at least. For example, but the question is, what is the risk, right? It's always gonna be about what the risk is because there's many different situations in Street Fighter, and we cannot just not take risk on all of them.Like for example, if you're making a comeback and you're like this amount of life left, very little life, are you not gonna take the risk of losing to Wake Up OD Shoryu if your opponent has one? So at the end of the day, there are many risks that you cannot avoid, especially in Street Fighter 6. I feel in Street Fighter 6 there's definitely a bunch of risks you cannot avoid. But am a believer that I don't like taking risks in the game, just like many Japanese players, they don't. Definitely there's a very different perspective on that topic. I don't know how maybe I'm the correct person to ask that because I don't represent the North American region at all. But in Latin America, I can definitely tell you something that is going to be very funny. I think many Latin American players don't even think about the risk. I think they just don't know certain decisions are risky and they just go with it. For example, I've had this topic of like I am JP and I have the portal on top of them and they still drive rush.
Oh, okay.
And JP can just hit you with crush medium punch and blow up the portal into a full combo. And I'm just like, okay, they just don't know about the risk or not care, which is very common in Latin America. Even the good players in Latin America will still drive rush when the portal is on top of them. So it's very common. But when I go to America, North America, people don't drive rush when the portal is up because they know it's risky. They show me more options than just drive rush. But in Latin America, a lot of people drive rush. I don't think that they know certain decisions are risky. That's pretty much it.
That's interesting. Thank you. じゃあまず質問のメインに関してなんですけど、どういう質問だったかっていうと、そのキャラ評価についてとか、その攻めと守りとか、そのリスクを重視するかどうかみたいな話なんですけど、戸選手は、その日本のプレイヤーのプレイスタイルっていうのをすごい好ましく思ってて、その結構日本のプレイヤーと近いプレイスタイルをしているっていう話をしてくれました。ただなんかラテンアメリカ、中米の選手とか北米の選手とかはそのリスクを取らないとみたいな感じの考え方をしている選手がすごく多くて、そのリスクを最小限に極力リスクを負わないようにしてとかっていうよりかは、どちらかといえばもうリスクを取ってやっぱ攻めていくっていう戦い方を好む人が多いです。でそもそもそのリスクって何っていう話になると思うんですけど、そのストローク、特にストロークはすごいいっぱいリスクっていうのがあって、例えば体力がそのちょっとしかない時に相手がそのオーディションを持ってる時にじゃあどうするかとか、なんかそういうリスクがあると思うんだけど、ちょっと面白い例があって、なんか多分その戸選手によると、中米の選手はそのリスクに気づいてないとか知らないこともあるかもみたいな。例えばその JP でこう壁で 置き攻めするときに JP でこうポータルを頭の上に出したりとかしてるときにすごい上手い中米の選手とかでも全然もうドライブラッシュ全然してくるみたいなただそれが北米とかに行くと全然やっぱその上にポータルがあるからラッシュしないとかそういうことをやったりするからもう本当に国によって違うよねっていうそうねリターンしか見えてないっていうコメントもあるけどそのぐらいの違いがあると思いますっていう話をしてくれました。はい Thank you That was so interesting.
It is because it's like the level and information knowledge about players definitely is higher, lower, mid between regions, right? But definitely I like the Japanese playstyle a lot more because obviously it shows that the players fighting each other know the risks and know how to play the matchups of characters in Japan. While in other regions we're still trying to people are still trying to figure out their own character or trying to figure out their playstyle. So definitely if I compare Latin America to Japan, Japan has a much higher pool of good players. Obviously we have good players in Latin America. I don't mean to say there's no good players in Latin America. I don't want people to understand it like that. But obviously it's not the bigger margin. Like for example, if we talk about Chile, there is Craime, Blas, and Atma currently, those three. And if we talk about Panama, there's just me and the Stroigos and Arma, who are like the top three who could make something happen in another country. But when it comes to America, there's obviously America is a very, very, very big country. But when you see players who are making waves or making something from another country, it's not the bigger margin. There's no region in Latin America who is everybody's dangerous. We have top players. We have top players that are dangerous internationally. Like I just said, Craime, Blas, even Junino Raz, who was in Capcom Cup, he's very strong. But Sanguif Volado is also very strong. Not Pedro is very strong. I think probably in Latin America, the two countries who have the bigger pool of strong players in the whole Latin American region are Brazil and Dominican Republic. That's pretty much it. But other countries only have their top players at the moment.
Thank you. なんか結構海外の日本の選手は日本の選手の戦い方の好きなところというか興味があるところは結構戦いがやっぱりリスクどういうところがリスクになるかっていうのを知ってるからそれの自分のキャラのも知ってるし相手のキャラのも知ってる上での駆け引きっていうのがすごいいいと思っていてただ他の国のプレイヤーは結構自分のキャラをどう生かしていくかとか自分のプレイスタイルをどう突き詰めていくかみたいな多分自分基準相手基準どっちでこう考えてるかみたいなところもあると思うんですけどで日本にはやっぱりすごいたくさんのいいプレイヤーがいるっていう話もしてくれたんだけどもちろん中米とかラテンアメリカとかにもたくさんのいいプレイヤーはいて例えば、ブラズ選手とかクライメ選手とかあともちろん戦い選手もそうだしたくさんの国にいろいろ強い選手ももちろんいるっていう話をしてくれました Thank you じゃあSo about the players I found one question ちょっと待ってくださいね
Okay.
ここだ OKトダカイ2位が注目しているもしくはこれから強くなる海外の格ゲーマーを教えてください他にはシーズン4で来てほしいキャラなどいましたら聞いてほしいです So obviously there's two questions So let me ask first question So do you have any how do I translate 注目しているdo you have any players that you paying attention that who's gonna be strong or who's so strong in not from Japan maybe
For this year's competition or just in general?
Let me ask どうしようかな Maybe both
So I definitely think the younger players are making waves right now. They're just demonstrating that they can be they're already very strong for the age that they have. And they're just gonna be stronger. Like the future of top competition in Street Fighter is pretty much safe with these young players. You feel me? Like, for example, I mentioned them a lot. Blast, Cryme. Like they're pretty much the epitome examples of like young prodigies at the moment. Like Blast is turning 16 this year. Cryme, no, my bad. Blast is 15 right now, and Cryme is 14.
Oh.
So definitely is this showing of young prodigies that they're already strong right now, but they're this young, and as they get older, they're just gonna be stronger. Like you just saw like CEO Punk beat Cryme 2-1. Now let's try to think what will happen when Cryme is like 18 or 20 years old in Street Fighter. So like definitely these young players, they're scary. They're very scary.
Okay.
But outside of them, from other regions, also not Pedro is scary. He's mad young. He's 19 and he just made his first top 8 at a major. So definitely these three are on my radar. I don't know how an old dude like myself, I'm turning 31 this year, is gonna do to beat them. I think my chances are very, very low because I just keep getting old. My reactions are not the same. I need to learn more stuff about the game every day. They're young, they learn faster and stronger than any of us. I still believe I have a chance though. I believe in myself to like train enough to beat them. It's just that I need to keep playing stronger people. Outside of the Latin American players, obviously you guys see this. Ending Walker is making waves. Ending Walker is just as strong. Or like as I think a Japanese streamer called him once, Ending Micro Walker because he does like the micro walking combo with Ryu. But like him, those are all of them are strong. A player that actually surprised me a lot is actually Latif. Because we haven't seen much of Latif ever since Street Fighter 4. When Street Fighter 5 came out or was already out, Latif didn't play Street Fighter 5. Latif played Guilty Gear, and he was one of the best Sato players in the world. He just didn't want to play Street Fighter 5 because he didn't like it. And now he's back playing Street Fighter 6, and he almost got top 8 at CEO last weekend. So definitely Latif has been playing for such a little time and already is at this high level. Shows that he is a very strong player. I think Latif, given a couple of months, he's gonna be probably one of the best players in the world.
Okay, thank you. So I have just one question that I couldn't hear. That the first Latin American three young top players like Blaz, Cryme, and one more.
Not Pedro.
Not Pedro.
Yeah, that's his name in tournament. Not Pedro.
Not Pedro. Okay. Oh yeah, I know him. Thank you. よし、Let me translate. まず注目選手たちについてのお話なんですけど、やっぱ若い世代の台頭っていうのをすごい感じてるみたいです。ですごい例に出してくれたラテンアメリカの若い選手3人はブラズとクライメとあとナットペドロで、ブラズは15歳、クライメは14歳で、あとナットペドロも若くて、すごいクライメとかはそのパンク選手を2対1で破ったりとかもしてるし、でみんな若いからこれから絶対どんどん強くなっていくので、それをすごい脅威に感じてるっていう風に戦い言ってます。もう戦いは老いる一方だからどんどん反射神経とかも悪くなってって、もっとそのゲームについて調べないといけないなみたいな危機も怯えてるみたいです。で、ラテンアメリカにこだわらずに言うと、もちろんエンディングウォーカー選手のその波もすごい広がってきてるなっていう風に考えてるし、そのもうエンディングウォーカー選手の別名エンディングマイクロウォーカー、なんかそのビア歩きコンボのうまさからそういうあだ名がついてたりとかするのもすごいと思ってるし、あとはラティーフ選手についてもお話をしてくれました。ストリートファイター4をやって 5はやらずにギルティギアやってね、座頭使いでめちゃめちゃ強い選手だったんだけどストロークに戻ってきたみたいです。ただそのラティフ選手がストロークでもうめちゃめちゃ数ヶ月バッて練習したらもうすごい急にトップに躍り出るような強い選手になるんじゃないかなっていう風におっしゃってます。はい。By the way, how old are you?
I'm 30 and I'm
30?
turning 31 in the 27th of August.
Okay, 27th of August. 10月の27日に31歳になるそうです。
Yeah, I'm
You're
old.
still young.
You think I'm young?
Well, actually I'm 24 and you're older than me, but I just believe 30s, around 30s is still young.
I mean, I get told by my family I'm old, so I just think about it.
Okay, but see Japanese veteran pro players like Umehara and other Sako.
Oh yeah, when I was at the Japanese room for CEO,
Oh yeah, you visited.
Aqua was also saying I was young, and I was like, I don't know about it. But then he said like, look at him, he's old. He's the king. And he was signaling Daigo, and I was just I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, ひどいですよ。マジでひどい。And Daigo wasn't even paying attention to us. He was just concentrated playing, and I was like, "Yeah, you're a bully." Aqua-san was just one of the most charismatic players I met in that room. We played. He beat me 3-0 with Blanca, and at that moment I felt like, yeah, no JP should be beating Aqua in this matchup because he also plays JP.
Wow.
But it was so funny because he was saying like, "You see him? You see him? He is old. He's the king, so he is old."
So that's simple English and strong words, right? Okay. 今回の CEO の大会で日本の選手たちが Airbnb に宿泊しているところに戦いも遊びに行ったらしいんですけど、そのアクアさんがその部屋で対戦してる梅原さん指さしながら、彼を見て、彼はなんかおじさんでしょみたいな感じで言ってたのがそのめちゃめちゃ面白かったらしいです。でもそんなこと言ってるヒーローでやばいよね。そんなことを言われてる梅原さんは超試合に集中してるっていうね。でアクアさんとも対戦したみたいで、アクアさんの対戦に JP 出したら絶対勝てないから JP やめとこうって思ったらしいです。アクアさんもすごいカリスマ的な選手だなと思ったみたいです。Can I share my listeners about your conversation with Mago?
Yeah, of course.
Airbnb に遊びに行ったお話を今しているところなんですけど、配信前にね軽く教えてもらったんだけど、私のストロークの先生が孫先生っていうのは戦いにお話ししてて、でAirbnb ね孫先生もいたと思うんですけど、そこで孫先生と戦いもおしゃべりしたみたいで、そこで七星が友達なんだよって言って話をしてくれたみたいです。でそれに対して孫先生はhow he replied like he thinks it's happy.
He was like very happy, like, oh, you know them? Nanahoshi 知ってる? I think it was along those lines. And I told him like, yeah, they're my friend. And obviously there's a point that people were asking for games and we got interrupted, which is fine. That's why people are there, to play the game. But at the end of the day, I think he was very happy that I knew you. And he was a little bit surprised that I spoke Japanese. Him and Daigo have never met me before, like in a room playing with people. So they were surprised about it. And when I started playing other players, Mago came and tapped my shoulder and he said like, "Gambare, gambare." To like try my best because everyone there obviously is just super strong. It feels like a family that is playing the game. They're all strong together. They get strong together, right? And I just enjoyed every second of it. And I wish it didn't end it because I want that. That's one of the reasons I want to move to Japan is because the game is like what make them, in my eyes, is what make them feel like a family because they're training together, talking about the game together. I saw this at Reject and I immediately, when I left Reject, I was like, I need that again in my life. But it's just that I don't have that in Latin America where people sit down together, socialize about the game, and enjoy themselves together. Like I'm not gonna I saw Mago and Ita-san play together, and they were joking around like, oh, this generation is mine, like この時代は俺だ type of joke, and he's like. I was just laughing and enjoying myself, like seeing them also like going at the kitchen and enjoy the meal together, and hear Mago scream like "Umera Nihongo de ore yori de." It was just so funny. It's like all the time like "Umera." It's like I just hear him scream that all the time. It was just funny. It just felt like a really, really big family, and I enjoyed every second of it. It was just beautiful.
Thank you. もう本当に楽しかったみたい。 CEO のその日本人選手たちがたくさんいるところに遊びに行ったのが、孫先生動画も上げてたと思うんで、ぜひ皆さんね、興味ある人はね、見てほしいと思うんですけどね、モノマネ言ってる You're really good at mimicking Mago's like うめえな kind of things でなんか孫さんと孫先生と板山さんが対戦しながらこう軽口を叩き合ったりとかしてたりとか、なんかやっぱり楽しそうに対戦してたり、でも楽しそうに対戦してるけど全員すごい強いプレイヤーで、強いプレイヤー同士で切磋琢磨してさらに強くなろうとしてる姿勢っていうのがやっぱり自分の国にはないものだし、多分リジェクト対戦部屋とかにも行ったんだと思うんですけども、なんかそういう経験とかもあっても終わんなかったらよかったのになって思ったそうです。で孫先生と私の話をした時は知ってんのみたいな、知ってんの七星みたいな感じで知ってることをすごい喜んでそうだったよっていう報告をねしてもらったりとかしたんですけど、あとはなんだっけ、孫さんと梅原さんは戦いが日本語喋るの多分知らなかった、初めて会ったって言ってたかなから日本語喋ったらそれでびっくりしてくれたよみたいな話もしてくれました。本当にすごいねYeah, my listeners are also happy that they could hear your experience in their room.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went, and hopefully in the future tournaments I can play with them again. Hopefully at Blink, because I got told by Tokido that a lot of them are gonna be at Blink. So hopefully we can repeat that again.
素晴らしいですね。またやりたいって言ってます。はい。This is one small question, but this Fugoku Azul is your friend or not?
Yes, he's actually that Hyugoku Azul. He's actually Crime's stepdad.
Ah, okay. 関係者の方でした。びっくりした。Thank you. ありがとうございます。じゃあ、Let me move to next question. いっぱい質問があるな。では、次の質問は、the latter half of that question, the former question. Do you have any characters in mind that hope to come in year 4? Season 4, year 4で来てほしい。ユリアン。
I want my Aegis reflector back. I want to mix people. I can even show you the type of stuff I used to do in Street Fighter 5 because I just love that character.
もうストリートファイター5のユリアンのことまだ全然覚えてるらしいので、ユリアンに来てほしいそうです。早かったね、レスポンスが。So fast response.
Maybe like after the interview is over, I'll show you some of the stuff that I used to do with Urian because that was a character I just enjoyed playing.
わあ。じゃあ後で見せてもらおう。後で見せてくれるそうです、七星に。
Besides Urian Cody, I enjoyed playing Cody in all Street Fighters. Cody is one of my favorite characters in the Street Fighter. Every character. But like obviously, my top 3 are literally like right now. JP and Urian are tied up together for first.
Oh really? Okay. JP とユリアンね、はじめ。
But before them, it's Cody.
なんか。今は JP とユリアンがもうトップ1同じぐらいのところにいるけど、本当にユリアン実装してほしくて、でそれより前はコーディずっとプレイしてたので、コーディも来てほしいそうです。OK. Actually, I've never seen Yurian because I've never watched Street Fighter 5's video before. So
I have a couple of tweets where I show stuff. So
okay.
I can show you stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. 後で見せてくれるらしいユリアンのやつ、配信後になると思いますが、はい、Thank you. So next question. 日本では VTuber やストリーマーなどにプロの方がコーチングすることがあるのですが、海外ではそういった方々にコーチングすることはあるんですか？ So this question is, in Japan, there are some professional players who does coaching to VTubers and streamers like Mr. Mago Sensei, and me. But in the overseas, I mean not in Japan, do you have those kind of cultures?
Not very often. If I'm being transparent, obviously when it comes to North America and Latin America together, people have started incorporating what is called metaphy or metafy. I don't know the correct pronunciation. Obviously people, I don't know. I am completely ignorant if like in Japan players are charging or not for services. I really don't know. In over here it depends. Like if it's someone I care a lot about and is my friend, there's a big chance I will not charge them. Because it's a service at the end of the day. In Japan, being a pro player is a job. In Latin America and North America, it is I'm actually someone who the money I make it from like sponsors, tournaments, streaming, teaching, because I am a coach at some servers in North America, and I get paid for my services. But for like having content creators, not that I know of outside of the Sagem Slam. The Sagem Slam is something that is done like that, but it's more for like the content of it. For example, it just got announced that the Sagem Slam is gonna happen very, very soon. And players have teams that they have to coach. Players that are very big content creators, VTubers included. But it's more so for like the content of it. And trying to do a small competition. For example, Just a Kid, Punk, Brian F are gonna be coaches at the Sagem Slam, and they have a lot of content creators and VTubers involved in that organization, in that small competition. But it's not like outside of that they're their teachers. As far as I know. It's more like when it comes to coaching and teaching someone, either they're my friend or they're my customer, right? Because it's a more delicate topic, because paying for learning is not well seen overseas when it comes to a video game. So it's kind of a bit delicate at the end of the day.
Thank you.
But like, do I teach people? Yes, I do.
You gave me advice as well.
Yes.
Thank you. そんな多分日本みたいな師弟関係っていう感じのはなくて、今コメントでも言ってるけど、セイジャンスタンリングフィットファイトナイトとコラボしてて、なんかそういうなんて言うんだろう、大会でそのプロの選手が、その興行じゃないけどお仕事の一環としてコーチの役割に就くことはあるけど、なんかあとはやっぱプロ選手って日本だとそのプロ選手っていうだけでそれが仕事になったりとかするかもしれないけど、例えばじゃあスポンサーしてるところからお金出してもらうとか、なんかどっかチームがあってそれをコーチングとかティーチングしてそれでお給料もらうとかはあるけど、なんか別にそういうなんか師弟関係っていうのはそんなにみたいな感じみたいです。リングフィットファイトナイトって言った？リジェクトファイトナイトって言わなかった？Maybe I made a big mistake in Japanese.
Which would be?
I think it's fine. I just said reject fight night as Ring Fit fight night. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't have any like memories about that. My brain's always overworking for now, so ちょっと頭がねオーバーワーキングでちょっと爆発しそうにはなってるんですけど、大変失礼しました。そうね、自分が結果出す方に多分集中してるのかなっていう感じです。ありがとうございます。じゃあLet me find other questions. Okay, so there's 3 questions from one listener. So let me ask from the first question. And maybe he gave me Japanese version and English version as well. So let me just read them up. So the first question, 一つ目の質問です。海外勢のプロの方はモダン操作をどのように考えていますか？ What do overseas pro players think about modern control? There's modern and classic, and what do you think? Or what players not from Japan thinks about modern?
So what do I think about modern? I mean, it's very good to bring people into the game. And it definitely has advantages and weaknesses compared to classic. For example, advantages is that you can do supers or special moves on reaction because there is a special move button. Disadvantages is that they don't get the same combos and or buttons as classic because you only get 3 buttons in modern. So therefore, it's more complicated to do combos in modern because you have to do sometimes press the assist button. I think it's good to get people into the game and give them the opportunity to play the game because doing a Hadouken motion is hard. There's people who can't do it, so modern is fine. I approve that modern is a thing. Does it make me salty? Sometimes. Yes, it does. Because I forget I'm playing a modern player. So it's like I throw an impact or I just jump because I'm trying to read the person or I'm trying to mind game. Then I'm like, I get super on reaction or anti on reaction. I'm like, I forget they are playing on modern.
Okay.
A lot of top players don't mind modern either. A lot of them, they don't. Because like I said, it's helping the game have more players at the end of the day. Do some people actually get tilted about it and say that it should not be allowed for tournament? There are people in North America that definitely get mad at modern, but I think it's because they haven't found the right strategy sometimes. I can assure you there's players that don't mind modern, and there's definitely players that don't like having their impacts beaten on reaction with a super very, very easy. But I think modern is good for the game. I really think modern is good for Street Fighter 6.
Thank you.
Because I know a lot of people start with modern, and it's good that they have an accessible way to start learning Street Fighter 6. So it's good.
Okay. Thank you. まずじゃあモダンについて戦い選手の考え方はもう本当に新しいプレイヤーを増やすのにすっごくいい手段だと思うからめちゃめちゃいいと思うっていう意見だそうです。でもちろん、メリットもデメリットも使う上であって、例えばメリットで言うとそのもうワンボタンで必殺技すごい簡単に出せるとか、その反応の良さを生かした戦い方をできるっていうのがすごいアドバンテージだと思ってて、逆にデメリット、強くないところで言うと、そのボタンの数が足りないとか、その同じコンボができないとか、同じ技がないみたいな、クラシックと比べた時にね、そういうこともあるよねみたいな。でもう本当に海外のトッププロとか見ても、もうみんな本当にほとんど気にしてない人たちばっかり、やっぱ肯定派の人がすごく多くて、てかその本当に気にしてない人たちが多くて、でももちろんその中にはちょっとモダンに怒ってる人とか、大会ではモダンは許されるべきじゃないっていう考えの人もいるっちゃいるけどねっていう感じらしいです、海外では。でその戦い自身も戦ってる時にそのなんか近づいたりとかするためにこうジャンプとかしたりして、あ、この人モダンやったみたいな感じで相手モダンやったわみたいな感じになることもあるそうです。 はい。Same here. わあ、モダン忘れてた。that happens.
It's easy to forget. It's easy to forget.
Yeah.
It's just very, very easy to forget I'm fighting someone that is using modern.
もう本当にケロッと忘れてることが結構あるみたいです。Thank you. So, second question. じゃあ2個目の質問に行きます。もしトダカイ選手がモダンでキャラを選ぶならどのキャラを使いますか？ If you were to choose a character from Modern, which one would you use?
なんから Which character? To counter modern?
When you have to use only modern, no classic. When you are the modern player.
Who would I play?
Yeah.
Who would I play?
Yeah, who would like to play?
Ed.
Modern Ed?
If there was only modern,
Yeah.
if there was literally only modern, I think I would play Ed because he still has like Psycho-Upper, Liquor, and he still has Dream, the Dream combo.
In Modern too.
I feel Ed is probably one of the strongest modern characters in the game. But like if I have to choose not based on strength, who would I like playing? I don't know actually. Probably I think I would still actually I think I would still play JP. You know why? Because maybe I don't get the same combos as classic JP, but I definitely get amnesia and reaction to everything.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
じゃあそのもう絶対にもうモダンしかないんだったら、モダンエドっていう風に初めに言ってくれて、なぜかというとそのサイコアッパーとかサイコフリッカーとかその大事な技っていうのがちゃんとあるからで、やっぱそのモダンだけで見たらモダンエドすごい強いんじゃないかなっていう風に思ってるみたいです。でももし本当に使うなら JP、 もう今クラシックで使ってるコンボとかとコンボ変わっちゃうかもしれないけど、でもその反応とかすごいしやすいから JP の方がいいっていう風に JP もいいと思ってるみたいです。 Thank you. そうだ Third question、プロツアー中にモダンの相手が来た時何に気をつけてプレイしていますか？ When you are facing a modern opponent during the pro tour, maybe CPT, what do you pay attention to when you're playing?
Tendencies when I'm the one moving. My movement is the thing that gives me the most information about a modern player's tendencies. Because it's not about how they move when they wanna achieve something. It's about how they move when I'm the one playing, if they care or not, right? In my region, I think there is a modern Bison player, and it's hard to understand when he wants to throw scissor kick because he doesn't move, he doesn't crouch when he's doing the scissor kick motion. He just does it because of modern. So it's about how I counter something that they want to do. So then I get more information about how they want to move, what are they seeking for, what are they trying to achieve in the match. Because even if they're playing modern classic, it's all about information. It's all about their tendencies, it's all about their patterns. So when I play modern, when I play as JP, I just zone with Torbaran and Trigrab. Because at the end of the day, those are things that you have to respond to them. You have to. But if I wasn't JP, I test them if they actually have the reactions. I jump at them. If it's a player I don't know, I jump at them to see if, like, do you have anti-air with modern? If not, then that's a weakness. Do you have reactions against impact? Because even though it's easy to react to impact if you're looking for it, can you still react to the impact while being under pressure, while being nervous or something? And some can't. So I have to test out people. I have to throw some type of bait to see if it's a weakness or not. And I just play more mental games than playing against the character, because modern players have this problem because the controllers are so different. They get pressured a lot to react to things. So when I play against modern players, I test them. I literally test their reactions all the time. And if they have good reactions, I stay on the ground all the time, playing with my buttons, with my special moves. I play very patient, like if they were just like a perfect player. But if they don't have the reactions, I have used mental games on them all the time.
Thank you. 初めに言ってたテンデンシーっていうのは傾向っていう意味なんだけど、その傾向を特にその選手がどういう傾向で戦ってるかっていうのをよく見てるそうです。で、モダンプレイヤーだからこそやることとかっていうのがもちろん中にあって、そういうのを加味しつつ相手のやりたいであろうことをイメージして、それを自分がどうこう相手のやりたいことを止めて自分がやりたいことをやるかっていうのに意識を割いてるということです。例えば JP だったらトルバランとかトリグラフとか使うと相手は絶対に反応しないといけないから、そういうところで相手のことを見てるみたいです。で他だったらやっぱカプコンプロツアーとかを想定しているので、対空とかアンティエアって対空って意味なんですけども、この緊張してるところでもちゃんと対空が出せるかなとか、インパクトに対する反応はいいかなみたいな、ベイトじゃないけどちょっと試して本当にできるかどうかっていうのを見るそうです。でもしじゃあ例えば対空が出ない相手だったら、そのメンタルゲームに持ち込んで、いい感じにそれを組み込んで使うし、相手がめちゃめちゃ対空の反応がいいとかだったらもう本当に地上戦でめっちゃ頑張るとか、そういう感じでやってるそうです。 Thank you. Okay, so let me go to next question.There's some more.
No, that's fine. I'm free, so I can answer as much as I can.
Thank you. So, okay. Let me ask about this. 対戦している中で相手が自分よりも上手いなと思った瞬間はありますか？あるとしたらどんなシチュエーションでしょうか？ Let me translate.While you're competing, are there any moments that, oh, my competitor is better than me? And if there's those kind of situation, what kind of situation? Have you, experienced this kind of things?
So, how do I feel when my opponent is stronger than me, basically? At Capcom Cup, I think NL was the person I was afraid the most.
NL?
Yes. Yes. So much that some of my friends said you might have to give up on that match.
Wow.
I didn't want to.
Of course.
I still trained all I could for NL. Train against Akuma because I knew he was gonna pick Akuma. But if I think too much about how strong my opponent is, I'm not gonna play my game. I'm not gonna play 100% sure of myself. So whether or not the opponent is, as a fact, stronger than me, I cannot think about it. I don't think about someone being stronger than me at the moment. I focus on the game, focus on what's on the screen, and play your best. Focus on playing your best. That's an advice that even Angry Bird gave me. Don't focus about the result. Don't focus about them being stronger than you. Don't focus about who they are, what you gain, what you lose. None of that. Just focus on doing what you can and play your best. At the NL match, I followed that advice. And I almost won game 1. But unfortunately, I dropped the game-winning combo when I shimmied him. Because he actually threw, and I shimmied. And I did crouch medium punch. And I did OD double knee press. But the knee press did not came out. And I was so sad. I would say my mental got destroyed by myself rather than NL at that point.
Wow, okay.
And but at the end of the day, I did not got mentally destroyed because he was stronger. I got mentally destroyed because at the end of the day, I am my worst enemy rather than my opponent. Who the person who I have to beat or overcome is myself. It's never my opponent. It's always myself. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who they are or how strong they are. Even if they are stronger than me, I have to believe more in myself than just thinking about how strong they are.
Okay, thank you. Wow, that was a deep question and that was a deep answer. Thank you.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, let me translate. カプコンカップの時の対 NL の戦いを教えてくれたんですけれども、その事前に結構他の人にはもう本当にダメージすら与えられないかもねみたいなこと言われたりとかもしてたみたいなんですけど、Was that Angry Birds advice to you?
Yes, it was Angry Birds advice.
Thank you. アングリーバード選手にもらったアドバイスで、その対戦中には、そういう相手のこととか、その誰かとか、自分より強いかどうかとか、なんかどういう成績だったかとか、そういうことは考えずに、もうゲームの中のことだけに集中するようにっていうアドバイスをもらって、そういう風にしてたみたいです。で、実際にその NL 選手との戦いの時に、そのアドバイスを使って、そのゲーム1は実際勝てそうだったっていうことで、でも結局その市民した後に市民は成功したんだけど、そのリーサルコンボの時にパニカンの中盤かなから OD2 プレスが出てこなくて、それですごい落ち込んだと。でやっぱりその相手が強いからどうこうとかしなくて、やっぱ最大の敵は自分自身の中にあるっていうことを再確認したし、その常にそこを考えながら戦わないといけないなと思ったそうです。わあ、That was so important advice. Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
it is because I to this day I still struggle more about believing in myself rather than being good at the game. Even Mena himself told me he's like, I don't think your problem is in the game. I think your problem is more in how you believe in yourself and how you look at yourself. It's like that's your main weakness. It's not in your weakness is not in the game. That's what he says constantly.
Thank you. なんかその自分を信じることの方が、自分を信じ抜くことかなの方が、そのうまくプレイすることよりも難しいし、そのメナと話した時にも言われたけど、そのゲームの中に解決策があるんじゃなくて、そのもっと自分とどう向き合うかっていうのが中に多分その強さの秘訣というか、今後もっと強くなるためのキーがあるみたいな話をされたそうです。メンタルゲーだね。Yeah, it's mental gaming. Yeah, mental game. Thank you. That was a good question, right?
Yes.
いい質問でした。ありがとうございました。それでは、続きまして、Okay, there's 4 more questions.
Okay.
So the first question was about how you picked your character. キャラ選びで意識しているポイントはありますか？ Do you have any points that you think when you choose which character to play with?
Oh yeah, definitely. The main one is that I just love set play. Set play is what makes me enjoy the game more. I enjoy set play a lot. It's like that's probably the biggest thing. It's like you see all the characters I play, they have like these really cool looking mix-ups. Like Urian has them. Again, in Street Fighter 4 had them. And in here, JP has them. It's all about set play for me. Obviously, I get better at the basics and the fundamentals because that's what makes you a good player. But I just enjoy set play. Like, it's fun. It's what makes me have the most fun in Street Fighter at the end of the day. Other points is that, I mean, I love villains. Villains are cooler than heroes, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, if you ask me, it's like my mother is an actress, like a theater pro actress. So every time she gets called for a play or a theatrical play, she's always playing a villain. And I grew up watching her. Yeah, all the time. Like if you want to know, like my mother's favorite movie character is Malefica from Disney. Yeah. The Queen Maleficent.
Maleficent,
that's just
okay.
Her. Yeah.
The Princess Aurora's one. Sleeping Beauty is
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's just my mother. My mother is literally Maleficent. When you see her at a play, she's just Maleficent all the time. It's like that villains. I grew up thinking villains were cool. It's like, oh, how could you enjoy the bad guys? Like, they're just cool. でも、ヴィランネはめっちゃかっこいいですよ。
わかります。I can understand.
Yeah, and pretty much, if you look at my repertoire of characters, I've always played a villain. It's like Street Fighter 4. I mean, Gen wasn't a villain, but he was kind of like, you know, kind of like the old master, but he's kind of evil a little bit, at least a little bit. And Street Fighter 5, I played Urien, who is a bad guy. He's definitely a bad guy. And here I play JP, who is Bison's accountant.
Yeah, true.
But like, I just think villains are cool. I mean, yeah, I started playing that guy, Blanca.
Okay.
But that was mainly because of the set play. He had set play in every single fighting game. But as I play a fighting game, it's always I always find myself playing a villain. That's it.
Vega too, right? His villain.
Yes, I also play Vega, which is a villain too. He's like the man. In fact, Bison Vega was my secondary in Street Fighter 5 alongside Cody and Julian. So I did play Bison as well in Street Fighter 5.
Okay. Thank you. Aki. Okay.
Aki's just crazy.
Crazy. Okay.
Aki's just very crazy. A lot of people I know call him like wife material. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. なんだっけ、キャラ選びについてね。キャラ選びについては、セットプレイを好きになれるキャラとか、セットプレイが気に入ったキャラで選ぶことが多いそうです。で、お話の中にもあって、そのコメント欄でもびっくりしてた人がいたと思うんですけど、お母様が劇場で女優さんをしていて、でずーっと悪役なんだって。ヴィランってディズニーヴィランズって最近言葉もあると思うので、聞いたことあるかもしれないんですけど、悪役でなんかそのマレフィセントみたいな、そういう役を見て育ってきたから、なんかそういうヴィランズってかっこいいよね、悪役ってかっこいいよね、悪いやつってかっこいいよねっていう中で育ってきて、ユリアンもバズガイ悪い悪役だし、ゲンとかもちょっと悪いところ側面があったりとかで、今の JP ももちろんねそうだったり、あとバイソンとかベガとかストリートファイター5の時にサブキャラとして使ってたけど、まあ、全部ね悪者のキャラですよね。でもアキに関してはクレイジーとでなんかその結構なんか俺の嫁的なテキストで結構海外でも語られることが多いみたいだけど、あんまりピンとは来てないみたいです。はい。Thank you! So, the next question. 次の質問に行きましょう。地上戦で意識していることはありますか？技の当て方、距離の詰め方、ガードや対空など。So, what do you take care about when you play, like, strictly on the ground?Like, how do you smash them, or how do you reach them, or how to guard, how to do anti-air? What do you take care? Do you have any advice?
Yes. So, okay, if we talk about anti-airs, anti-airs need to be reactionary. People don't. So most pro players don't think about anti-airing. It's just that we have trained it enough or so much that it becomes more so a reaction thing. Anti-airs are a reaction. If you have to look for anti-airs, at the end of the day, you're mental stacking yourself. Because that means that your opponent can mind game those jumps at you. But if anti-airs are reactionary, the jump is off the table. You can't jump someone who has reactionary anti-airs. And I think every pro player has that.And if you get caught by a jump, is that they read something about you. They read a fireball. They read that you use a very long recovery button, like JP's standing medium punch. Or they reacted to something that was reactable, like JP's Triglab. If you're closer to JP, you can react to Triglab and jump at him. Those are reactions, but anti-airs are reactionary. When it comes to the ground game,you have to be willing to see what type of opponent you're facing. And movement, the way you walk at someone, gives you information about what they're probably looking for. you have to be good at whiff punishing. You have to practice that. It's not about being good enough to react all the time. No. You have to train reactions. Reactions and instinct are something that you polish, you train. It's not about being talented enough to do it right away. It's just about training it as long as you can do it and going at your own pace so you can develop the reactions. Nobody learns at the same time. Nobody learns at the same speed. It's about you going at your pace and training these things, these prospects of the game. And when you're good enough, you start reacting to stuff because you trained enough. But when it comes to the ground game, it's a conversation. You could see it as a conversation. Is my opponent gonna deal with something I'm doing to them? Again, JP standing medium punch. Can you deal with this? And if you can, how are you dealing with this? Are you whiff punishing me? Are you gonna try to hit me before I hit you? Are you gonna try to jump and guess? And when you show me those things, then I switch it up. Because at the end of the day, the ground game of Street Fighter can be seen as a debate, as a conversation. And when you start thinking about it as such, you start thinking, okay, he did this. How do I deal with what he's doing? And if I don't know how to deal with it, that's something I need to train or find a answer for. Because it's not about I'm good enough, I'm talented enough that I always have an answer. No, of course not. Even talented players have gone through the point where they see something and they're like, how do I deal with that? How do I find an answer for his strategy? And how do I polish my strategy enough? Everyone goes through this. Even top players, even pro players. Like you would see Mena and people like Mena and Ryusei saying, I need to think about a better strategy because of what just happened to me. I need to think about a better solution because of what just happened. Like Mena said it about, people were saying it about NL also. NL, someone on Twitter said last night, NL played the most countermeasure strategy for Punk. And he literally just beat him 3-0 2 times. Therefore, NL trained a strategy against Punk and against Cammy. It's training. It's understanding the conversation that is happening. And if you lose that conversation, you need to think about what just happened and find an answer. That's how it is.
Thank you. Wow. There are so many things that I have to take care. And I have to train. And I want to train. じゃあまずいろいろこうなんかアドバイスをくれたんですけど、まず対空に関してはもうプロの人とかも絶対全員そうだと思うんだけど、もう反射と。でもその反射でできるところまで練習をもうしてるはず。そのもうなんか意識してないところから飛ばれてもこっちも意識せずに返せるぐらいで、逆に相手が飛んでくるのが怖いとか相手が対空できないかもとかって思ってると、そのやっぱりメンタル系だからそのメンタルにダメージを負ってる状態になっちゃうのであんまり良くないよねみたいな。でまあ全員が同じスピードでこう成長するわけじゃないけど、やっぱたくさんトレーニングを重ねてその自分のこう本能を上げるというか反射のレベルを上げるとか、そういうことをやっていくのも大事だよっていう、そういうことをやっていった方がいいよっていう話でした。で地上戦に関して、地上戦はもう相手との会話だと思ってるそうです。例えば、JP で中盤出した時にどう相手が対処してくるかで、こう対処してきたことに対してさらにこう対処してみたいな、そういうののやり取り、対処されたら次相手が変えてくるからっていうそのやり取りをやっていくのが地上戦っていう風に言ってます。で対処がわからないものが出てきた時はそれが自分の弱点だから、そこをどうすべきか考えるのがその次のトレーニングにつながるところで、トッププロもそうやってどんどん成長してきたし、例えばその NL の話も出たんだけど、Was that Street Fighter Zero?
At Evo? Yeah, I mean, Evo is on August.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I just misunderstood. Okay, that's fine. なんかその パンクとかと戦う時にその対パンクとか対キャミーとかですごいそのカウンターストラテジーどう対処していくかって人読みとかの勉強をしてどんどん強くなっていったりとか、そのメガとかもそのより良い解決策、より良い戦略とかをこう日々見つけるために努力してると。トッププロも努力してるし、みんなも努力したらいいんじゃないかっていうところだそうです。CEO の話で、OK, that was CEO. OK, thank you, thank you.
Yes, that was CEO. That was CEO.
My listener helped me. Thank you. はい。ということで、そういうところでやっていったらいいんじゃないかという話でした。わかりやすいね。すごいね。説明がわかりやすいからね、翻訳がしやすいんですよね。うん。対空歌枠の話してみるか。Did you know that I trained my anti-air while I'm doing singing stream?
Wait, really? That's funny.
Yeah, because
That's very funny.
Because I also saw
Wait,
that.
are you singing and anti-airing at the same time?
Yeah, there was some archive, I think. Like, まあ今そのマジでって言われてるんですけど、ちょっと説明をしてきますね、対空歌枠の。I also saw that I need reaction to like their jumping, and I was told by someone, I forgot who, but I'm classic jury player, and the Street Fighter 6 is my first game, so the classic is a bit difficult, you know? The making command is so difficult, and the Shoryu command, it's a bit difficult, and I'm also the liverless player.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different, right? So, and someone told me when I was in the gold rank or platinum rank, they told me that you should change to modern. You should stop playing classic. And I got a bit sad. I felt a bit sad. I felt a bit sad from that comment. So, yeah. I got a bit angered as well, so I started training anti-air. So to make my anti-air like more reactioning?
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent.
If you don't mind me asking, when you're doing anti-air shoryu on leverless, what input are you doing?
Well, I don't know how to explain, but
Also, like this in the controller, you know, there's movement buttons, right? Forward, down, etc., etc. So when you're doing the shoryu, are you doing forward, down, forward?
No, I push down and backward same time and press forward, just not press like just a bit. Pan kind of thing, then punch button.
There is I can show you later and a way to do it on leverless that is way faster for the hands. It's the one that all leverless players use. And it's a way faster way of doing shoryu anti-air.
Actually, I've got one advice from my teacher. It's Mago. Mago sensei gave me one advice about the shoryu command, and I think mine is same as Mago sensei, but I want to know how it's different with your one, and maybe it's the same. My instruction was maybe wrong, so
if you don't mind me, like, just for a moment, I mean, if you want me to show it during the interview or after?
Maybe my listeners want to know as well.
Okay, let me turn off my camera while I stick my controller real quick. Be just right back.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. 省流入力のコツを教えてくれるそうです。レバーレスの簡易入力の。で、持ってくるからちょっと待ってって。見せてくれるって嬉しい。対空トークはマジで本当に歌いながら対空してたのって言われました。後で私もアーカイブを送っておこうと思います。そうで、配信外に教えるのと今どっちがいいって言われたから、多分リスナーも見たいと思うよって言って持ってきてもらうことにしてるので、ちょっとお待ちください。Thank you.
Yeah, here it is. This is the controller I use, obviously because I myself am sponsored by Hitbox, so
I know.
I play on this. But like the way I do it is basically I push both forward and down, and then I go with like up because this cancels itself basically with SOCD, and it's easier for the hands to focus on these three buttons. I don't know if that's the one you use though. With the up button.
I don't use up button. I think I use
this is
backward
this
button.
is the
I guess.
this is the instant DP method. So we at Hitbox experiment a lot with SOCD. So we find faster inputs for everything. And the instant shoryu with Hitbox is like the fastest shoryu that a leverless can give you. Every leverless can do this. So it's just like forward, down, up. Forward down, up. And then the shoryu button. And it's way faster. And especially if you use your left thumb, your right thumb for the up button, is way faster.
Ah, okay. So
yeah,
it's not the same time, but a little bit different time, like
it's just like forward, down, then up.
Forward, down, up. Forward, down, up,
Yes.
punch. Okay.
And you get like an instant shoryu. I can show you how to do it after the interview. Yes.
Thank you. だそうです。皆さん、レバーレス勢の皆さんは後でちょっと試してみてください。Wow, listener says Hitbox is gold.
Hitbox is the greatest of all time.
I haven't tried playing with Hitbox, so someday I want to try.
We can arrange that.
What?
Well, I can definitely have like have you be sent a Hitbox one day if you want.
If that's possible, that's so much helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. いつか送ってくれるそうです。マジか。すごいね。Thank you so much.
No problem.
あ、そう、なんてって聞いてる。Okay. そうか。I just noticed that I haven't translated instant shoryu command into Japanese. Forward, down, up, and punch, right?
Yes, forward, down, and then up with
down,
button.
up. Okay.
So forward, down, up with heavy punch in Yuri's case, and you get an instant DP, an instant shoryuken. But it's very important to not let go of forward and down, and then you just get an instant shoryuken.
Okay. 前と下を押しつつジャンプをして、ジャンプ多分弾き入力で昇竜のコマンドが出る K とか P とかキャラクターによって変わるやつかなだそうです。分かんなかったらちょっと後で試してみてください。私もなんか今度配信の時にこれだよって説明できるように練習しておこうと思います。I'm gonna practice that. Thank you.
Okay.
So next question. Two more questions. So, okay, this question goes first. トダカイさんがプレイしている環境で人気のあるキャラトップ3とあまり使われていないキャラワースト3は誰ですか？ So, in your playing environment, what is the top 3人気のある top 3 famous characters that many people use and worst 3 characters?
So like popularity wise.
Yes, popularity.
In my country?
Yeah.
Luke. I have so many
really?
Luke players in Central America. I have so many Luke players in Central America.
So there's pro players and top players?
No. In Central America, yes. In Central America, yes. But like if we talk like internationally, I think it's in between top players. Bison, I think it's still very popular for some top players, but in reality, I think the most popular player, based after the patch in this version, is Ryu. A lot of people are picking up Ryu. like everyone says they're training. Angry Bird picked up Ryu. Kobayan lost to a Ryu player at CEO. Like everyone has a Ryu. Everyone wants to have a Ryu. Everyone says they are training Ryu right now. Mai is still very popular.
Okay.
Mai is definitely still very popular. And
Because
who
she's
else?
cute?
Yes.
Okay.
And Yuri feels like very popular. It's just that we don't see her often for some reason. But I know that there's a lot of Yuri players in North America. Let me see something if I can get a little bit of information based on that. But like lately, I think that's kind of like the top two. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Like, I feel there's a lot of variety nowadays when it comes to tournaments. But if we keep it, my region specifically is Luke, DJ, and JP. If you include me and a couple of players that play JP because of me. If we talk internationally, it's definitely Ryu, Mai, and Bison. I think internationally that's kind of like top 3.
Thank you. ルークめっちゃ人気だそうです。とにかくね、もう本当にルークが一番出てくるぐらいいる人気で、でまああとは戦いの影響とかもあるけど、そのやっぱ中央アメリカの方では JP とかも人気だし、あと DJ とかも人気っていう話が来ております。で、世界的に見るとやっぱその竜めっちゃ増えたよねっていう話があって、まあ竜もすごい増えたし、あと可愛いのでマイも人気。で、ベガも多いそうです。Yeah, I just noticed that bison in English is Bega in Japanese.
Yes.
It's so it's so confusing, but I just realized. Can I tell that to my Japanese listeners?
Yes.
トダカイがバイソンって言ってるときはベガの話をしてます。で私もちょっとそれを忘れて翻訳しちゃってたんだけど、バイソンとベガ違うんだよね。海外英語と日本語でね、ちょっと難しいんですけど、ちょっとこれより前にミスってるところがあったらごめんね。気づけてなくてごめんね。そう。さっきからちょいちょい聞こえてたバイソンは別のシリーズの話ではなくベガの話をしてます。私もバイソンかとか思って聞いてた。
I think it's because of people were afraid of copyright back then in the past years. Because if you look at it, bison in Japan is boxer, right?
Yeah.
Boxer. That and I can think that maybe it's because of Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
the real life boxer. Yes. And then you have Bararok, who is Claw.
Yeah.
Who is Bega in
English.
Over here. And then there is obviously Bison here, but Bega in Japan, who is Dictator. So when the Street Fighter 4 was prevalent in the FGC, people didn't call them by their names. They called them Claw, Dictator, and Boxer. So there was no confusion.
Okay. へえ。なんかそう海外のベガはバルログのこととかそういうのがいろいろあって、その特徴で話してるみたいです。クローとかそのボクサーとかディクテーター指導者かなとか、そういう感じで話してるから、その混乱が起きないようにしてるそうです。Thank you. I just realized.
No problem.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So let me go to the last question that I gathered before the streaming. 最近配信を見ているといろんなところのコメント欄でトダカイを見かけるのですが、そんなトダカイの注目している VTuber を教えてください。So it's basically about your Oshi. Recently, when I'm watching the streaming in the many VTubers chat space, I see you. I see Todakai. So what kind of not what kind of who is your Oshi and who is your like how should I say that? Give me one moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Not curious, but no Daigo, please.
Daigo is not a VTuber.
He's not a VTuber.
Imagine if he became one.
He's one of the legend. Okay, so yeah, who's your favorite of VTuber?
気に入りの VTuber か。
Phew. そうそう、お気に入りの VTuber.
So it's kind of like a hard question because sometimes it's not about who's my favorite. What I like about VTubers is that you can interact with them and feel like you're talking to a friend, more or less. Not in a weird context way. It's just that when I watch streams, I feel that if I can't talk to the person. I don't enjoy myself in a stream. So when I'm in a chat and I say something, it's because a conversation. And I know I'm in a public chat space. I know that. It's just that I don't know. That I feel that I enjoy streams more if I can talk to the other person via the chat, like interaction. If you ask me like who's the VTubers I enjoy the most, I don't know if I can put them in a tier list. But like I definitely enjoy Renkun's stream when they're playing fighting games, but I think that's because I feel that I want to give them advice in the game they play. And that makes me enjoy their stream more because I feel like I'm helping. Same with like Mikamikon. Mikamikon, I wanted to help them because I want them to get far in their tournament. And there was this content creator tournament happened not too long ago, if I remember correctly. There is also Kashineko and Moshu.
Okay.
But them I watch because they're just so funny for some reason. I find めっちゃおもろかな。
Yeah.
The Kashineko and Moshu I just find them hilarious. Erko is a friend from a long time, so I watch them because I want to support them. Same with you. I like watching my streams because you're a friend, and I enjoy supporting friends. Like,
Thank you.
Nana Hoshi Nana, she's 友達ですよ。
わーい、友達。
And I mean that's how I look at it. So all of them are my favorites. I don't think I can put one on top of another because I just enjoy watching everybody. Hoshi, that's a weird one because I don't think I've ever had a Hoshi, and it's not because I don't enjoy their content. It's just I never ever thought about having an Hoshi. That's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you. まず VTuber を見る理由についてはその交流ができるのをすごい楽しんでるそうです。チャット欄でいろいろ喋ったりアドバイスをしたりっていうのをね。はい。で、そうね。なんか there are many reject streamers, right?
Yes.
こんちゃん andもしゅ森崎もしゅちゃん and 柏猫ちゃん。
和代。
和代さん。
和代is very funny.
Yeah, true. She's so talented. Yeah. I do love her. The reject girls are so talented and they're all so kind and all so funny. Some of them are actually my friends.
There is one that is not a reject streamer that it actually has me laughing every single one of their streams. Renge.
Renge-san?
Yes, I enjoy their streams a lot. They make me laugh so hard. I don't know what it is about them.
Wait, Ichi Mikami Renge?
Yes, Mikami Renge.
Okay, she's one of my best friends, and
Really?
we do collabo streams often, and the reason why she started playing Street Fighter 6 is me. Because I'm playing Street Fighter 6 and she saw that she wanted to play Street Fighter 6 together with me, and she's now she's like a freak. Freak of.
No, I just enjoy watching her stream. No matter what she's playing, she's just that funny to me.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, she was making this little doll one stream, if I remember correctly. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, that's cute. It was like, is it? Is it really cute? I was like,
Yeah.
it is cute. Like, you were what? You thought you were gonna make a monster or something? She's just really enjoyable to watch. She doesn't even have to be like me, who I'm watched because I'm good at the game, right? I just think Mikami Renge is hilarious, right?
Yeah,
she's just
she's
hilarious. to me.
I know.
Obviously, it's hard for me to watch her streams because she streams very in my morning, so I'm probably asleep. But the times I get to watch her stream, it's just hilarious. It's like someone gave me that one clip of her on Twitter where she actually, I don't know if she got mad. But I think a JP player kind of make her mad and she punched the table because I know in Japan they have like this emoji, this stamp of like daipon,
Yeah.
daipon,
True.
and I heard it. I heard her punch
Yeah.
the table and I couldn't control my laughter at my place. My family was like, "What are you laughing about? What is so funny?" Like I'll explain it later. But Mikami Renge マジでおもろ、マジで面白い。
いや、マジで面白い、本当に。
マジで面白いそうですよ。で、三上レンゲさんの配信はとってもおもろ大好きですよ。大好きですよ、三上レンゲの配信で。もっと大好きですよ。
Okay, I'll definitely tell her about this.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
そう
Okay,
そうそう。
let me translate. さっき翻訳してないうちに、友達だから応援したいっていう気持ちで得ることが私のことを見てたり、あと一番初めにね名前上がったのは如月蓮くん、JP プレイヤーだしすごいいっぱいアドバイスをしてあげたくなるっていうところで応援もしているそうです。でもう今そのみんなもね三上蓮華っていう単語を聞いて大喜びしてますけども、めっちゃその大パンするクリップとか、だから上手いプレイヤーが見てもめっちゃおもろいと思いながら見れる配信がすごい楽しいって。Yeah, she's crazy puncher. She only does rush and heavy punch or rush heavy punch. If it's got it, just throw and then impact, rush and impact. Yeah.
I offered to teach her, but I think maybe that message got buried along the lines of the Twitter space.
Okay.
And even when she had that clip going, I asked her on Discord, like, "Do you need JP advice?" It was just, I don't know. There's something about Renge-san that is just really, really funny. I don't know how to describe it. She's just hilarious to me.
Yeah. Maybe before learning about JP, she should learn about how to play with her character and how to change
I know
her.
how to play Jamie.
Yeah.
Right? I can help a bit. If she would like to, I can actually like help her with Jamie a bit. It's like, oh, maybe that could be a good idea for the future when we're with the two of us are with her on Discord and we're just trying like giving her advice because you speak to me in English and you can tell her something in Japanese.
That sounds fun. Actually. Actually, well, maybe you can't believe, but she also had a teacher. And
Really?
yeah, it's really. Do you know Uryo-san? Uryo-san is Japanese.
Uryo, yeah.
JP
Uryo
player.
is also, yeah, I know that Uryo is a teacher because he was also teaching Nakayan.
Nakayan is also my friend. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I also watch Nakayan from time to time.
Nakayan and I will go and eat something in a few months. Actually, she's also
Really?
my friend. Yeah, really.
Nice.
And after Uryo-san teached Renge how to play Jamie, like she only remembered that Jamie's heavy punch is so strong, and so she made.
すごいな。
Yeah.
すごい、マジでかっこいい。
ね、true。だけで、レンチョンの話を主にしておりますけれども。Yeah, we called Renge as レンチョン。レンチョン is her, what? Nickname. レンチョン。
レンチャン。
レンチョン。not ちゃん。
レンチョン。
レンチョン。
チョン。
レンチョン、yeah, レンチョン。 So my listeners also know about Renchon because she's my best friend. So they are feeling so happy that you liked her. And
I love her stream.
Yeah, and we all know that she's so funny and she's so talented when she's doing streaming. Yeah.
Even in her like YouTube shorts, there's some that make me laugh. There was like one that I'm never gonna forget it. It was like one where there's a bartender opening up a whiskey, and she just gets hit by the bottle top. It was like, okay, that's very funny.
Yeah, I've seen that show too. レンチョンのショートも見てすごい楽しんでくれてるそうです。タンバリンの話知ってるのかな？ Do you know that she's recently playing with tambourine, the music instruments? タンバリン？
The drum?
Wait for a moment. タンバリン。
I might be mistaken.
I'll send you a picture.
Okay. タンバリン。
タンバリン。
I think I might know which one it is. Maybe.
What? It says it's licensed image. Wait for a moment. ですかの。Okay. Yes, タンバリン。
Let me see.
Processing. Now it went.
Una pandereta. Es una pandereta, ¿eh? Una pandereta.
Pandereta?
I think that's what we call in Spanish a pandereta.
Okay. そうか、スパニッシュか。
Yeah. I know the instrument. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, she's like keeps smashing her desks when she got mad while playing, and her manager said, well, you might should stop playing like that. So she bought this instrument, and when she got mad while playing, she's now smashing and making music with Stephanie. Please check her latest Street Fighter 6 streaming.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
100%. Now I'm curious, so I need to see that.
そう、レンチョンがタンバリンを大パンやめた方がいいよって言われて、タンバリンを最近ね叩いてるので、皆さんぜひ見に行ってみてくださいね。
でも大パンはめっちゃおもろいかな。Though it's understandable that she would get advice that. Though in my eyes, I don't know about the rest of the public. I do not think negatively because of the whole Daipan thing. I actually find it very funny. I actually find it extremely hilarious and it adds funny content. But I do understand that she would get advice to stop doing that though.
Okay. いやもう本当に大パン自体は別に悪いこととは思ってなくて、その戦いもめちゃめちゃもうその常軌を逸してておもろいなと思って見てくれてるそうです。でもそのアドバイスできるチャンスがあるならアドバイスも全然できるよっていう風に言ってるので、いつかもしかしたら3人で配信してるところが見れるかもしれませんね。はい。Thank you. So that was the all question. Thank you.
I appreciate that I was able to do the collab, and honestly I enjoy it because it's a funny conversation and I get to talk about these things, it's very funny.
Thank you. すごい今日こうやってコラボしておしゃべりするの楽しんでくれたみたいです。会話を楽しんでくれたみたいです。Thank you.
Hugo.
What does he say?
Hugh is telling me to tell you so there's this, you know what a hot dog is?
Hot dog? Yeah.
Hot dog, yes.
The food, right?
Yeah, the food.
Yeah, I know.
So he's telling you to try a special dish in Chile, which is a special hot dog that is differently cooked from any other countries.
Wow! Maybe one day I should visit. Wow,
Chile?
Thank you. Chile?
Yeah, if you do, let me know. I probably will be around that country as well myself.
Wow, thank you. Maybe I have to get my passport first. Yeah. I do speak English as well. Like it's also this level though, but I don't have my passport. So maybe I should get that first. いつか行きたいですね、海外大会に。I want to visit the worldwide competition in someday. And also, yeah, please tell me when you come to Japan. 日本に来たら教えてください。
I'll probably try to save up money from my streams to one day stay for a longer time in Japan because that's something I wish. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but when I went to Japan for Capcom Cup, I felt really at peace. A lot of people were saying you were probably just enjoying Japan as a tourist, but no, like I am someone who studied Japanese culture in college besides the language.
Yeah.
So when I was at Japan, I love everything about it, like the people, the culture, the cities, the environment. One of my friends even took me to a temple, and my other friend took me to plenty of malls in Akihabara.
Oh, yeah.
So I definitely enjoyed everything I saw, and the fact that I was able to engage in conversation with people from Japan constantly make me feel at peace. You know, like in the future, hopefully, who knows, I'll have my Japanese approved by government or approve the JLPT, which is a test that foreigners take to be evaluated as someone that can work in Japan. Because one thing that I really wish for my future is that I would move to Japan, not just because of the game, not just because of esports, it's just because I fell in love with the country and its people.
Wow, thank you. I'm so appreciate that as a Japanese one. Let me translate. Can I translate that into Japanese as well? Thank you.
Yes, for sure.
すごいカプコンカップで日本に来た時にすっごい日本を楽しんでくれたみたいで、観光客として楽しんだだけじゃなくて、もちろんなんかその秋葉原のいろんなお店とかお寺とかそういうところ、日本の観光名所的なところも見たりしたんだけど、もうすごいその大学でも日本語だけじゃなくて日本の文化についてもすごく勉強してたし、その日本っていうところがすごく好きだから、いつかその政府の承認を得て日本で働く権利とかをもらって、その日本で働いてみたい、日本に住んだりとか日本でプロになったりとかそういうこともしてみたいなって思ってるそうです。わー、That's so hopeful. 素敵。
Yeah.
That's so wonderful. Yeah. So, 何かなんかみんなに告知とかありますかね？ Are there anything that you want to tell that what notification or something to Japanese people or someone?
でも
or some messages?
最後の大会、CEO、俺出るでだけど、そしたらその中ド選手はマジで強い。そしたら俺負けた。でも次の大会はドミニカ人の大会とブリンクリスポンの、カプコンプロ2の大会。その大会私をもう頑張ります。そしたらもっと練習だけど、でも、もう少しね、俺は信じを持ってできるとなれるかな。そしたら強くになりたい。そしたらその大会を、みんな誇りと思う。それは俺の願いです。
わー、素晴らしい。みんな応援してます。
ありがとうございました。
Everyone's encouraging you. Thank you. So, Brinkley Spawn is in France, maybe? Is that not? It's not?
No, it's on Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic, okay. So,
Yes.
maybe the schedule, Capcom Pro Tour's schedule is like Brinkley Spawn, Evo, and Evo France or something. Was that?
Yes, but my last tournament is gonna be Evo Vegas.
So
And
August Evo.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I don't qualify, World Warriors.
World Warriors. Okay. So,
Yes.
なるほど。じゃあブリンクリスポーン、ドミニカで開催されるブリンクリスポーンに行って、で、ラスベガスのエボに出て、そこでももし受からなかったら、ワールドウォーリアーで、ね、カプコンカップの出場権を争うということで、日本人の選手も皆さんたくさん応援していると思うんですが、ぜひ戦いの応援もよろしくお願いします。Please do your best.
Thank you.
We're all taking you back. Thank you. So, That's the end of today's stream. 今日の配信は以上で終わりにしたいと思います。So again, thank you for coming, Todakai.
Anytime.
Thank you. じゃあいつかまたコラボがあることを祈って皆さん楽しみにしておいてください。Please wish for next collab of us, or maybe with Renge.
Maybe with Renge.
Maybe with Renge. Yeah. Thank you for today. Okay, じゃあ今日はこれで配信終わりにしますので、皆さんもまたぜひ他の配信も見に来てくれたらと思います。長時間見てくれてありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。Can you say bye bye together? Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.
Bye bye.